Lift off. It's just three jobbers. We're live. Hey, everybody. Kevin, I'm here with
Max Walk.
And Money Moose Mayweather.
Money Moose Mayweather, baby. Yeah, Max Walk and Money Moose Mayweather. God, two of the best in the business. We're here again. Monday Night Raw and a little bit of Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to talk about it with you guys today. What should we do, guys? What do you think? Should we just discuss? Well, also let's discuss what happened like this weekend and this past week. I mean, let's briefly go over it, but there's been a lot going on in the background of wrestling. Max or Moose, any of you guys kind of want to take it off with this bad boy? And I think, Moose has got it.
Yeah, Moose.
So we had. I keep getting on my wrestling Twitter. I keep getting these notifications about the hashtag speaking out, which I totally agree with.
Yep.
100%.
You should always speak out when it comes to sexual abuse and whatnot. But I'm kind of surprised a lot of these wrestlers are getting, shamed for it. Like we have Matt Riddle.
Okay. It's hard to start with Matt Riddle just because Matt Riddle does have a pretty good defense so far.
Yeah. Okay.
The guy, you got to think about the guys who have already been reprimanded and haven't even,
like Sammy Guevara. Like
that was different again. That was just worse. Sammy Guevara said something, and again, it is just as bad. It's been suspended. It's just as bad. I would say the people like Jack Gallagher, Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan is the biggest one.
I didn't know Jack Gallagher.
Jack Gallagher,
he's released. There's
Travis Banks. There was people. Ligero, which was like used to be a stud in the Cruiserweight Classic back in the day. And
majority of them
how fucked up he is. Just these fucked wrestlers. I'm sorry?
The majority of these guys that are getting called out are all British, pretty much, right?
Most more British.
A lot of them, not all.
A lot of them, I feel like. A lot of the people that were especially connected to WWE were like more British.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild. And I guess apparently with Matt Riddle, it's hard to say because I don't want to be the guy like, you know what? I mean, we have to let the court system, because that's the only one we can actually see where they're like, okay, I'm going to sue you for defamation. We have to let the court system run its course, see what happens with that, just because, I mean, from what it seems online, it seems like she might be a former stalker. WWE has actually known about this for a while, according to them. So it's hard to say with Matt Riddle, especially when they put on that Friday Night SmackDown with Matt Riddle still starting off and defeating AJ Styles. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Which one was recorded? I don't know.
I think it was recorded. You're right.
So yeah,
they could have maybe switched it. I'm just saying that too.
No, yeah. So I mean, I just want to say, I mean, I'm glad that these real, like, if this change is happening where real, abusers and terrible people are being recognized and taken out of these shows and being fired, like those people, that they completely deserve it. And they, like, if you have a story about somebody terrible in wrestling, like, it's good they're speaking out now. It's surprising to me, like, throughout the whole Me Too movement that's kind of gone over 3 years, that wrestling has kind of avoided it to an extent. I mean, there's been some people here and there, but this is the first big kind of movement of people being exploited, or not exploited is the wrong word, but like being outed as
outed. I guess, yeah.
Called out.
Called out essentially.
Yeah. So, I just hope everybody's, the truth comes out, and that these people, if they do terrible things, that they're being fired for it and whatnot. Just like hands off to Impact for firing Joey Ryan, because he kind of denied it at first and just said he's been acted bad, but then so many people have read about Joey Ryan stories from different people. Like, it's like there's definitely something bad there. So it's pretty.
I mean, his finisher was about a cock, like a penis.
Yeah.
But
I guess should have seen it coming. Hey.
Yeah, whatever. I guess
played sexual abusers on a bunch of different shows, and
Chris D'Elia.
It turns out he was into people under 18, and he only played sexual predator
because he looks like
two different shows.
Never drank and never smoked, never did anything. I just lift and I just am a comedian. I'm really funny.
I mean, in Workaholics, he played somebody that was into under 18-year-olds, and in You, season 2.
Yeah, You. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. I knew you kind of were thinking about Moose. So we're not here to talk about that. I mean, So, but we're just wanted to address it and that.
Shine some light on it and, do better.
Yeah, it's a big story, of course.
Yeah.
So should we
just move on? Should we just hop into Monday Night Raw?
Hop into Raw.
Yeah.
I think we should hop right in. Yeah.
Dude, Monday Night Raw. My God.
Amazing intro. I think that the best intro of all time.
Yeah, that was insane. That like the Championship Monday intro kind of style. I thought that was kind of cool that they did that.
Yeah, like the like video package, right?
Yeah, the video package to start. Yeah,
very, very good. I agree.
And it just kind of hyped me up for the show, and it also started off with freaking Drew McIntyre, baby, the Scottish psychopath, and then comes out, which I texted Max. I said, this might be Dolph's last chance. His last chance at redemption and growth or something. Because right now it's just – but I am kind of disappointed that he's coming over still with Bobby. Makes sense. Hopefully they split them
Robert?
up. Yeah, Robert. Sorry, Robert.
Bobby.
But yeah.
Well, Robert Roode's stuck in Canada, so I mean he won't be back for a while, supposedly.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
But
KO is also Canadian, so like that.
He lives in Florida though.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I just thought it was just a good segment stuff, dude. Drew, here's the thing: is Drew's got the intensity. Dolph Ziggler's going to come in with the intent. What did you think, Moose, of that? You also had high remarks for it.
Yeah, it was just a great promo cut by Dolph, like pretty much saying how he owes him a title match from all he's helped him in his career, and just like I just think all the matches that you guys showed me of Dolph Ziggler, I think they can have a crazy Extreme Rules, whether it's an Extreme Rules stipulation or not. I really don't see it being, but it could be. But I think it's going to be a great match. Obviously, I think Drew's going to end up winning, but I think it's going to be a nice little month feud between Dolph and Drew. That's going to,
it's going to be intense,
really entertaining, intense, and it's going to be just something a little bit different that we've seen, because we haven't seen Drew retain his title against a smaller guy yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Seth.
Yeah, Seth. But
what's really cool about Drew is that again we kind of forgot because this I think we thought originally this was going to go to Jinder. Now I guess Jinder is injured, so maybe that's
supposed to. Maybe not this exact match. Maybe the Bobby match, and then it was going to be Bobby. But yeah, Jinder was implying for something.
Right. So what we were thinking is, I wonder if they just put Dolph in there. And I think the worst thing about this is just, and I hate to be this guy again, it's just Dolph has not been put out as a guy who everyone's going to think is going to win. Now, this is his one last shot. This is Dolph's one last shot. If we look at the past, I mean, I want to see the guy who, when he dropped that, he won the U.S. title and he dropped it. I want to see that kind of Dolph Ziggler, in this kind of a feud, I feel like. And then that'll get me to get a little more excited. Someone a little bit more tense. I just don't want it to be like him just being like the bad guy and like the cunning, like, you don't think I deserve it? Okay. Like I want to see a little realism with him. I don't know. Last night vibes.
I'm really excited for this match too. I mean, with their history, it makes sense in the first place. So that's like the basis of it. The match makes sense. It
Which
also obviously
all of Drew's. I mean, that's one thing that's been really good with Drew. I feel like so far.
And also it's obviously a match that is appealing because it's Dolph Ziggler and this guy can perform. Mm-hmm. Looking forward, Extreme Rules is still 3 weeks away or 4 weeks away, maybe
July 14th, I believe.
Okay, so 3 or 4 weeks away ish. This is just the beginning. This little segment, which was fine, but it wasn't anything special. I'm gonna be honest; it was fine.
Quick, honestly.
It was quick.
It was a little. You could tell it was like it was very organic.
But my point is, they're gonna be doing this for at least 3 more Raws, maybe 2. I don't know exactly what the dates, how the
3
dates
more
work
Raws,
out.
I think, yeah.
Regardless, Dolph Ziggler, we're gonna see that emotion. We're gonna see that Miz versus Dolph Ziggler circa 2016, and it's not gonna be the same feud. Obviously, it's a lot different, like, type of thing, but I think
over the world title now.
It's for the world title, obviously that's bigger, but I think he's gonna pull out that unrest in his gut that brings out his big promo ability. For he's always good at promos, but there's always this different gear. Obviously, he shifted to back in 2016, late 2016 with the Miz, and I'm not saying it's gonna get to the level of that feud for me because that feud is god level for me, but I think that this is a big potential, and I'm excited to see where they go with it. I just hope Bruce Pritchard doesn't put Dolph in a corner with some kind of corny way to get through a storyline, or I hope
keep
he
it
doesn't give him.
serious.
Yeah, keep it serious, or he doesn't just
I think they need to add some legitimacy to Dolph with this too. Like, it's fine, it's interesting, that's going to happen, but have Dolph. They need to build Dolph up over these next few weeks too.
Yeah, he has to take down a big face
or something. Yeah, or like maybe beat Drew in a match, or I don't know.
I was just thinking about who would be, and I think the first person I thought that came to mind would be KO, but he's not coming to the tapings for the time right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a good point.
Regardless, I'm excited about the feud. That's just I think the best of it's yet to come. So
yeah, and they were actually a decent tag team, so they got the pass because they were on pretty much main eventing Raw for a while. They were the guys facing Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now Jon Moxley, but you guys get the point. Yeah, no, those are some interesting times. I remember thinking it was pretty good. I think the reason I didn't like that feud as much is because I wanted Drew to be pushed as like a world champion so bad. But now looking back at it, I'm like, okay, it's not terrible. It's not as bad. He fit the role perfect.
I can't believe 1 year ago a match happened with The Undertaker that I don't remember at all, and I watched it live.
Yeah, Shane and Drew.
Shane and Drew versus Undertaker and Roman Reigns.
What a missable feud.
And that was
Extreme Rules too.
That was the match that he thought he could retire on because he said he performed so well in episode 4 or whatever. And I was sitting there like, I don't even remember that happening. And I watched it as soon. I remember now.
Dude, I don't think I watched that pay-per-view
live.
I don't know if I did.
Live?
I didn't. I don't know if I watched it live or if I watched it after the fact, but I watched it at some point last summer.
Yeah.
It looked like a decent match though. And on the last ride.
Honestly, it did. Yeah, it did look like a good match.
No, yeah.
I remember Roman made him look good.
Yeah, Taker. Well, in a tag match is what Taker was kind of best for in a live environment because you can work it right so he doesn't really take any big bumps. He doesn't have to get tired at all. So
yeah, he can move in and out.
Yeah,
and he can do his big spots and
exactly. They can emphasize on his big things. But yeah, no. Let's get back to Monday Night Raw. Yeah, whatever. That is crazy, dude. Just like Drew McIntyre versus Dolph. We're all pumped. We're all pumped. So then, I mean, we don't have to go directly anywhere. I think why don't we talk about dude? Like MVP has been. Damn, he's been the MVP. One of the MVPs of 2020.
Dude, I did not realize he held the U.S. title for 343 days.
And that added legitimacy to that conversation that they were in. I was like, damn, I forgot that too.
Because now that I think about it, it makes sense because I kind of remember because that was like 2008-ish, right? Around that time.
Yeah.
And
I think it was 2007.
I kind of remember that. And he was always U.S. champion. But I don't remember him having great matches. He never really had great matches.
His best feud was against Matt Hardy. Do you remember that?
Kinda, but very.
They were tag champions. He was doing well as a heel, and then once he was so over as a heel, they moved him to Raw and then tried to push him as a face.
Yeah, but yeah, that's. I don't know what do you guys think about Bobby Lashley? Just is he going to face Apollo Crew for the U.S. title at some point, or is he done with the WWE championship? Because he loses to Drew, now he's just going out and fucking beating up the ninjas, and then he puts what's his name, Apollo Crews in the full Nelson. Is he just done going after Drew? I figured.
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's done going after Drew.
Yes, he's moving on to.
But I think they might give him the U.S. title.
Yeah, I could see that happening too.
Because I thought about that, and I think it might be a good move if they really present him as dominant. If they give him a good 3 or 4 months where he beats up all the mid-card faces.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. And MVP is great as his manager, so
that would
cool, improve it.
As if he beats MVP's record for holding it, and then MVP turns on him.
Is it a record?
343 days. That's how long MVP held it for, at least according to his promo last night. But I think it'd be cool if there was a little turn there, Lashley's whatever, teacher versus prodigy, kind of thing. But
I'm sure at some point in this, there's got to be a turn of MVP plan. But
you know what I'm most excited for?
I don't know about that.
You know what I'm most excited for though about Monday Night Raw is Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. That's gonna be.
Is that what they're gonna probably do? Is have those guys be tag team?
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
they
they
attacked
hinted at
Street
last night.
Profits
Yeah.
after the match last night.
Oh, I stopped after that match.
Yeah, and then they had like a little promo back with Charlie, and pretty much they were saying that they're gonna be the next tag champs and stuff. Which I think
Sick.
that'd be a good, because they really need to build Raw's tag team division.
Yeah,
Really all
I
you
think
have
that's
is
smart
Viking
too.
Raiders and
Absolutely.
Street Profits, and we've already seen Viking Raiders and Street Profits way too much lately. And I think last night was a good ending to that feud of.
And that's how
you
they
can
can
do, I
bring
can do
Bianca
better.
Belair back too.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Oh yeah, because Zelina. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Well, that's how. Jesus, we're back to square one. This is the WrestleMania match, except it was Angel Garza and Austin Theory versus them and Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah, but now it's the Latino version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I'm excited about that. I think that the match with the Viking Raiders. I wish they would have given them more. It seems like this is my biggest problem with Raw last night, which was a good show and I enjoyed it. And like there wasn't anything that there wasn't anything like booking wise that like necessarily made me mad, except for the fact that all these championship matches were cut so short. It seems like in an environment where
it's been like 15-minute, 20-minute matches.
Yeah,
to do it.
And the best championship match was the women's match, and obviously Asuka got the better of Charlotte because of Nia Jax beating up Charlotte Flair beforehand, like hurting her arm. But I think that was the best championship match of the night, in my opinion. Was the women's
maybe
match.
I thought like Apollo was short. I mean, what do you think, Max? Apollo Crews versus Shelton was also short too.
Was that even a championship match? Like
they never said it was a championship match.
Exactly. It was started during commercial, and they never said it was championship match.
Oh,
like,
I thought it was
things that they don't make clear. Like, and also, yeah, every single in a time where you have 3 hours to plan it, and you're planning 4 championship matches, and those championship matches are like treated like throwaway 8-minute Raw matches. It's just really pointless. I think they should have planned out at least 15 minutes for each of these, especially the one that probably was the most egregious to me was the women's tag team matches because I think the Iconics were given the brung into the stick in their championship.
Which I thought was
attempt.
a good match. I actually thought that was maybe my favorite one.
So I have a question. Are they going to?
It was a good match, but it wasn't given enough time.
Oh, let Max keep going. Let's see.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Well, my point is, I just don't get why there's.
I'm not saying that in that sense. I mean,
No, I know what you're saying. I just think if they're gonna build up a championship Monday, which was a great start to the show with the intro and everything, I was hyped for it. Why are you also putting in all these random things when there should be focusing on the championships for longer and giving them legitimate matches to build up these contenders? I mean, it just didn't make sense to me why they had to rush these matches and have to stuff a bunch of stuff in. Like, I don't need Natalya versus Liv Morgan this week. Give me a 45 seconds or a minute of Natalya and Lana continuing their thing backstage, and then next week give me Natalya versus Liv Morgan. That's just a few minutes they can cut out and give to Charlotte versus Asuka, which 2 or 3 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, they literally tore the house down in like a 25-minute main event, and then they get 10 minutes, and Asuka and she gets Charlotte to tap out, or maybe 15, maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Now that is one thing we're gonna notice. I feel like with Vince McMahon's era now back on Raw, is we're gonna get things like especially with 3 hours, we're gonna get things like why is Liv Morgan facing? Why is she?
It wasn't that they would. It wasn't.
But that doesn't make sense though. There's no reation for it.
Yes, it did.
I skipped that match. Honestly.
Why did Liv face Natalya?
Because last week they were in a tag team match, and Natalya got pissed because Liv Morgan got the loss, and she walked out and joined with Lana. So then now Lana got her the match with Liv Morgan, and they beat her. And then now Liv Morgan is talking with Ruby Riott, almost like a Riot Squad.
Oh, okay.
So there was 100% reason for it, but it could have been.
Well, that's good then. Okay.
I just don't think that they push it. I think they make the match. Don't have to make it this week. Like, make it next week and have something backstage, a short segment that it isn't. It's not a waste of time. It's just like string these storylines out and give like big attention to things that deserve attention. Like the end of the pay-per-view, they were like filling in. They were putting MVP VIP lounge, then Apollo versus Shelton Benjamin, and then the Rey Mysterio and Dominic return and fight with Seth and his Goonies. That all fit in like 25 minutes of Raw, which could have been a whole first hour of Raw if spaced out correctly and given an actual match for Apollo and Shelton, and actually saying that it's going to be a championship match. It was never even said if it was championship or not. It was started before the commercial break and then just had like a 3-minute match.
I mean, you do have to remember it is Monday Night Raw.
So I have a question. So are they making the women's division like are they making it so during this pandemic era, since we're like the main stars can just rotate throughout the show
No, I think how it works. I think how it works is
the
because
women's tag champs can.
Yes, so like
so I think they Sasha versus what's her name, Asuka.
Yeah, because I think WWE is just being lazy and just like, how can we get it to where these two can face each other at SummerSlam, which will be 100%. A good freaking match, which I will watch and pay all my money to watch.
So will Asuka versus Sasha too. So I'm excited for this match. I mean, there may be laziness to it since Sasha's on SmackDown. But I'm damn excited. I don't know. Have they ever wrestled before, Sasha and Asuka?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Man. Oh yes, they did at the Royal Rumble one year. It was really good.
Okay.
Right before Sasha went away right before they went after the tag team titles.
I think that was heel Asuka face Sasha though.
No, I thought it was heel and heel.
That's exactly. They don't have face Asuka.
She was still pissy. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe she was a face.
Either way, Asuka was not a face.
I love
Asuka as a face.
Exactly.
Asuka as a face brings a brand new dynamic, and the boss. This is gonna be a great match.
The boss versus Asuka face. This is. I'm more excited for this than Drew versus Dolph.
Yeah. I forgot. No, I'm serious. Actually, that's not even a laugh. I mean, I don't mean to laugh there because this is gonna be such a great match.
I was excited when they said that because I thought that she was going to ask Bayley for a match. I was really not thinking very hard about the swerve they were going to pull. I was like, oh, my God, they're finally doing it. They're asking Bayley for a match. And then they said, I want the Raw Women's Championship. And I'm like, oh, shit, let's go.
I like this. I like that Bayley and Sasha are able to go from Friday and to Monday nights just because they're not overbearing. They're still really good characters. So that's MVPs. They're very good characters. They're doing amazing together. Anytime they're on the screen together, I love them together. Exactly. They're such good heels and they're stars and they're about to win all the titles. It's going to be sick. It's going to be like this to all the people who are like –
part of me wants them to win the Raw Women's Championship so they can just have all the championships.
Exactly.
Like, fuck you guys.
No, same. I want that. No, I agree. That's how you build. That's so smart that they're building them this way. They're going to be literally built like superstars again, and that's what we want. Now we're going to be thinking in such a legit light again.
They needed to rebuild Sasha a lot, I think, because she just all Sasha deserves is a long 3 or 4 month championship reign because they give her that championship, but I don't think she's ever defended a damn championship in her life besides these tag titles.
Yeah.
There's so many times where she beat Charlotte and then she'd lose to Charlotte.
And then she'd lose. And then, oh
it's
my
like,
God.
Are you kidding me? Like
those were our favorite. Those were our favorite matches, man.
I know,
they were so good.
I love when Sasha would win. She'd get a huge victory, and then boom, they'd reverse it. It's like,
now,
come on, give her a long reign.
One thing that Sasha is doing, I think, and Bayley are doing is that, like I said, they're being presented almost as much as Charlotte was being presented. But the issue is that they've been. It's the issue is just that they're better liked by the internet.
Yeah.
You know, Charlotte's a stud. I like Charlotte versus Nia. I think this is also going to be a very interesting feud as well. Truthfully,
Charlotte's done. She's taking an extended time off right now.
So you're right.
I thought
Ric Flair wasn't lying. She's getting surgery legit. It could be. I've heard that she might not be back till Rumble.
Wow.
I was thinking it was going to be Nia Jax versus her Extreme Rules and Extreme Rules.
Yeah, no, they legit did that to write her off for some kind of – it's not reported what it is, but it's reported it's not an arm thing.
So that's why that they only had a 10-minute match, Max, if you knew that.
And that's why she tapped out.
Edge wrestled 45 minutes with a damn freaking meat off his freaking bicep.
It's because he has grit. He has grit.
It's great. You're right. We didn't.
All right, can we just talk about Edge's damn promo now? For fuck's sake?
Edge.
Oh my God, his
every wrestler that's trying to get into the business and trying to learn promos. Watch Edge's promo from June 20th or June 23rd, 2020, because that's one of the best promos I've ever seen. Like he just so much emotion. It's just like.
Yeah, no, he was phenomenal. That was his acting skills are the best they've ever been. I love that Edge has been on Monday Night Raw every single Monday night. Edge is back in 2020. I love this. I love that Edge has been Like, I love that. That's sick.
And Randy put the PG superstar to bed and woke up the rated R superstar.
Yeah, dude. So
That
true, man.
finish.
How can we just go into this feud in general? Just the fact that RKO right now is, to me, a top 3 wrestler in all of wrestling right now.
He's the legend killer. He's about to kill Big.
It's Drew, him, and Bray or Braun. I'd say for number 2. Like, it's just those. Like, I think phenomenal.
RKO he's absolutely
he's
on
back.
top of his game right now. I just want to so Edge has been giving amazing promos this entire time with Randy Orton. He's been phenomenal, and he was the same last night, but there was difference. The one thing that I loved and that was so dark, you could tell that something had flipped, was the whole time the lighting was right here on his face was all light, and the other half of his face was completely dark.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my god!
Interesting. Yeah,
the dark is reaching into him.
That's a good catch.
The whole time I'm like, oh my god, this is dark. He's really being serious right now. And then saying he's woken up the rated R superstar. I'm like, yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. I want to see it. Yeah. And of course, it's probably 9 months away before I can. But whatever. They've got me mouth watering now, and they gotta make me wait.
Yeah. Hey, whatever they're gonna do, we'll see what happens, because I can't tell if they're just gonna keep doing these promos.
They've got me excited for RKO versus Big Show match.
Exactly. That's going to be really interesting. And I guess that match, I don't know if we remember this. Didn't that match happen 3 or 4 or 5 years ago? Every single Raw or SmackDown?
They've wrestled a lot.
Yeah, they've wrestled a lot, and now we're back to
It's probably been 3 or 4 or 5 years, though. So, it's not like it's
Big Show put him underneath his wing.
And it was a good promo by both. Big Show put out a good promo there.
Show he can talk when he wants to.
Yeah, and Randy Orton, I love Randy Orton and Rick together. I think Randy Orton and Rick together is such a sick heel stable there together now. The old school, Rick's almost Rick's still the dirtiest guy in the game, and Randy Orton, just walking around with his arm around, come on, man, let's go.
Do you think there's a potential of, this is probably a stupid comment, but I'm going to say it anyway, but do you think there's a potential match between, if Randy keeps it up and we have Edge, hurt, him versus Triple H? King, leader of Evolution versus the Prodigy.
I bet we could see that happening at one point.
The Legend Killer, he's back to being the Legend Killer, and Triple H is the Legend now, pretty much. Yeah,
all right. I'm gonna talk because Max is dying over there.
I thought I had to sneeze and then it went away.
No, yeah, yeah, dude. Triple H, I could see something like that down the line to keep, because they're pushing Randy Orton right now. It's this, right? Isn't this he's a Legend Killer?
Yeah, he's back to being the Legend Killer. Hinted at that many times. And he's he even said last night, Big Show, some even say you become a legend, but some even say you become a legend. So,
I think I already know what's going to happen.
He's going to pump Big Show in the head and then.
Well, I think, he's going to pump Big Show. That's no doubt, obviously. But I think he's going to be the one that beats Drew for the championship this year. I don't know when it will be. It might be SummerSlam. And Edge is going to win the Royal Rumble. That's probably what's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, Randy Orton, I think, is going to become champion at one point.
I think he will become champion, and I think he will beat Drew.
Which I will not hate, because Randy Orton deserves it at this point.
I think it'll be a really good match too.
Randy Orton might be on the PWI's list this next year, because of how
which is surprising.
Very surprising. And Edge enters number 1 at the Royal Rumble and wins it all.
I mean, dude, Randy Orton's 40, 41.
He won't enter number 1.
Not Randy Orton,
Edge has the talent, dude. Edge has so much talent right now. They all, these are legends. I want to point this out to you guys, how insane it is what we're watching. These guys were the stars, the studs of 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're getting them. And look at this roster. We're getting Edge, Randy Orton. Okay, you're also getting Mysterio. We're also getting Lashley. So Randy, okay, that's 4. Then we're also getting MVP 5, Big Show 6, Shelton Benjamin 7. Okay, and then you're also getting Ric Flair 8.
Don't put Ric Flair in that.
He's still showing up though every week now. Lately.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. It was 2 days last week.
I'm just saying.
I think they got to stop that. That's one thing I gotta say.
No.
Stop Ric Flair from coming.
Hear me out, because then we got Drew McIntyre.
He's 80 years old.
But then you also got Drew McIntyre. You got Seth Rollins with this.
What the hell are you talking about? You're just naming names.
I'm saying this is the roster. This is so much talent. The fact that there's this much talent is going on Monday Night Raw. There's never been this much. Then why are you arguing with me? Let me talk. I'm so confused.
I was only arguing Ric Flair. You just were yelling out names. I was confused. You just kept yelling names. Names.
These are
Alistair
this is
Black,
the roster
Bobby
that's
Lashley,
coming up. Yeah.
Jobbers,
R-Truth,
Jobbers.
Not R-Truth. You don't need to count.
Street Profit,
I'm saying legit guys.
Viking
Am I going up?
Raiders.
Did I say Akira? You're
Liv
saying all the shitty
Morgan,
guys.
Lana.
Hey,
Just doing what you
Jobbers,
did.
relax.
Max, there was a point to it. I'm gonna here. Max is muted. All right, Moose, carry on.
I was saying two job. You guys, you relax. Let Kevin talk.
There was a point to it. The point.
Yeah.
I don't care, Max. Shut your mouth. The point is that this so much talent on Monday Night Raw. Max is here, is a socialist, and and I just think that itself, like we could even look at SmackDown. Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. I can name everyone. Yeah, keep naming them. There's more talent on WWE and Raw than there has been ever in the history, and I kind of like it. That's why I thought this episode was awesome, because it showed all the stars and it showed them all in such a good way. That's my point, Max. You stupid idiot.
So, question. Moving on. Is it Ray versus Seth?
Now I have one thing to say. Do you want to know how I got these scars? Okay, that's it. Good job. Good point, Kevin. Great point.
Question: Is it Ray versus Seth at Extreme Rules? Has that been announced or
no? Not been announced.
I think
they're gonna be a 4-way. I thought maybe it'd be a 4-on-4 match, and then Dominic Dijakovic.
I feel like that'll be at SummerSlam. It'll be at SummerSlam that happens.
For the custody of Dominic, Ray versus Seth.
They could do that. I literally think they might do that. Ray, you've been a terrible dad for years. And if you can't beat me, I'm taking ownership of Dominic. He's joining my disciples.
And then in some Raw, he has like Dominic in a trance, and like he's like following his orders and like beats.
Dude, that would actually be super dope. Actually, if Seth beat Rey Mysterio and Rey Mysterio had to retire, and Dominic had to become part of like his little thing. I
can see that, dude. A ladder match, though. Actually, the ladder match
of Dominic like hanging up on a
for his career.
Ray, get me!
My actual dad Eddie is dead, but
too soon.
Hashtag too soon. Yeah. I don't know. I just really like this in Monday Night Raw so far. I mean, like the main.
I think Dominic's gonna be good.
Yeah, dude,
I think Dominic is
Dominic
gonna
looked
be
good out there punching and stuff.
He's been training.
He was 16 man out there with Murphy.
If he just puts on if he puts on like 20 more pounds, I think he'll be a beast.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more muscle, but like also
because you saw like last night when Buddy Hield like tapped him barely, and he went flying back. I don't know if he was just
he's probably reacting. He's probably just trying to
overreacting. Yeah,
that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
I don't think Ray's his dad though. Ray's like 5'5" and he's like 6'4".
He's definitely his dad, Moose. Jesus Christ, you really?
No, we were just kidding. Yeah, we were just kidding. Okay. So wow,
Moose starts actually questioning the father. Conspiracy theorist, Moose.
Did you not watch the promos in 2004? He looks way more like Eddie.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That was before wrestling became scripted. You're right.
Okay. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was when it was real.
Yeah, that was when it was real. Oh, back in the day.
It became scripted in 2010. Facts. Look it up.
Yeah. Okay.
It became scripted when you were awoken as a child as a robot, programmed to be a regular human being for the rest of your life.
So yeah, dude. I would say one thing with this episode of Monday Night. All right. Any more positives or anything else we want to talk about with this episode? I like what's going on with the MVP.
I have a negative.
God.
No Kevin Owens. That's my negative.
He can't travel right now.
Yeah, he can. He just is exciting.
He said Arrivederci.
He's been doing it for his family. He's a damn family man, and I love him. I wish he was my second dad.
It's kind of changing, not really changing the subject, but so is Ronda Rousey ever coming back to WWE?
No, I don't think so.
Where's Baszler? She a main event? Is Baszler a main event?
Much better question is where the fuck is Shayna Baszler?
Yeah, I kind of forgot about her. What the heck?
Yeah, Vince has been pissed. Vince super pushed her, and he doesn't think that she was worth it, so he's now forgetting about her.
Or she did something very stupid. Backstage, or she did something messed up backstage, and
which is what Ricochet. I mean, that's what happened with Ricochet. Wasn't Ricochet also in like that Survivor Series tag match?
Yeah, we saw him live, didn't we?
Yeah, we saw him in that 5-man. Yeah. He's eliminated quick, wasn't he?
Yeah, whatever happened to Ricochet?
Yes, he was eliminated very quick.
Wasn't it?
Tag team.
No, dude, Ricochet should be back. Ricochet versus Seth. Dude, I also think that what's his name? Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews has a really nice moveset. His finisher was awesome.
Yeah, I think him versus Ricochet would be a dope U.S. title match.
That'd be so sick. So sick. Build it up, build Ricochet back up again, or maybe repackage Ricochet, put him as Prince Puma. I think I'd like that. I don't know.
I've never seen him as Prince Puma or Puma.
Look him up. Look him up, dude. He's pretty good.
Puma was a great character in Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground.
Yeah,
that's also off Netflix to our viewers. I tried looking it up the other day and it's not.
Oh no!
Fuck!
There is a Lucha Experience like documentary though. Like there's about a bunch of wrestlers in the Mexican wrestling system, but
really,
yeah. But I didn't want to read subtitles all the time, so.
Yeah. Understandable as a white male. You ignorant.
Yeah, it looks like right now you can only purchase the seasons of Lucha Underground, so that kind of stinks.
There's a lot of talent in Lucha Underground now. Which is kind of crazy. If you
don't even there's no Lucha Underground anymore.
No, what I'm saying back in the day, there was a ton of talent.
I mean, yeah, just in season 1, it was Rey Fenix, Pentagon Jr., Ricochet.
Rey Fenix
Brian
was like
Cage.
20 years old.
Before this Zoom ends, who do you guys predict wins the North American Triple Threat on Wednesday?
Ooh, man, I'm thinking, isn't it? But it's Keith Lee.
What'd you say?
Keith Lee, right? No, Finn Balor. I want Finn Balor. I want Finn Balor.
I think Finn Balor is the logical choice because I think it's going to be him versus Adam Cole at the next takeover.
Oh, so you guys think they're going to go by logic instead of what they think? I think Keith Lee. I think Keith Lee's going to win. He's been on a roll all year. That's just what I think.
Yeah, dude, you're right. I know.
But also, Finn Balor has it. I mean, he's won matches, but he's a main eventer, and they've been kind of putting him in the mid card way too much lately. So
Keith Lee hasn't gotten the moments though. Finn Balor's former NXT champion. He doesn't really need it. Keith Lee might need a big win like this.
Yeah.
I know he had a huge win against Dominic.
I think Gargano takes the pin or submission either way though. So I mean.
Yeah, very good point.
I want Gargano to come to the main roster. I think he'd be a good addition to Raw.
Down in NXT.
All right, so the real question is tomorrow night is it going to be a 5-star, 6-star, or 7-star match? FTR versus the brothers, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall.
Okay, it's
6 stars,
4,
7. Maybe the first 8-star match in AEW.
Are we about to see history?
Nah, I think
Dave Meltzer 9 stars. FTR, the best in the world, Moose. Please,
Young Bucks.
FTR.
I can't wait for the Young Bucks to beat them at whatever pay-per-view they fight, Friday Fest or whatever.
Moose,
and then
you know what happens when you mess with FTR, huh, Moose?
You get super kick.
Moose, do you know what happens when you mess with FTR?
You get double super kick.
You mess with Max, who's obsessed with FTR, and FTR is probably Max. Is FTR a top 3 favorite wrestler for you, or what are they?
Top 3. And
Top
Moose,
3.
You just made the list.
You just made the list. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Everyone, follow Moose at Moose1. What is it, Moose or what?
And $1.20.
All right, Max. What's yours?
Max_walk, baby.
Like and subscribe to our videos and follow us at Just3Jobbers on Twitter and Just3Jobbers on YouTube. All right, guys. Love you. Peace out. Go team. All right. See you. Bye.